didn't she get any of it?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of that.
Oh shit,
Well,
okay.
hello everybody. Welcome to Theta Thursday. And today, we have a very special guest. A old friend that has turned to the other side. Mr. Redline.
And then we have Don Rhea. We've got Docs here again. We have Syndic here. And on camera this week, finally, we have DeClorian, who will be joining us to discuss kind of what's been going on this week. So I guess we'll jump right in it. There's been a couple different things announced this week. We had the quad cores announced this week, and we had today, even the browser announced, of which I did not read. So hopefully someone else can explain it. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we could start off with even the browser thing, since like half of you guys haven't even read it.
Go ahead. Explain it to us.
So pretty much what CCP wants to do is CCP basically said, we know our player base absolutely hates this game right now. So we're going to fix it by eliminating the problem of downloading the game. And they're going to do that by porting it into a browser so that you don't even have to go through the 20 gig. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, they want to port it into a browser because they think the 20 gigabyte download that EVE Online is the main causing issue of players getting turned away from this game.
That's not the issue. It's that it's 20 gigabytes of a shit fucking game.
It's 20 gigabytes to download the launcher?
No. The launcher is only 500 megs. The actual game itself is 22.5 gigabytes.
Also, let's just note how tiny that is for a modern game. Yeah. Like, fucking the CODs are like 100 gigs. Like,
hey,
Microsoft played the size of the game, not once.
What's the benefit of having the browser? Does it just take the load off of the computer then, or is it?
It takes the load off the. It's supposed to take the load off the computer, and it's supposed to save you hard drive space, as well as the way that your hard drive writes memory and communicates with the rest of your computer, and such like that. Because a lot of people that play games only have like hard state drives, so it takes a while for memory to be written and transferred, and data times and all this other stuff. But the problem is how do you take a game like EVE that has such complex math involved and shove that through HTML on a browser?
So you can't convince me that like multi-boxing in Chrome tabs is going to be less resource intensive than just opening up a client.
That's
one thing I read, because the only thing I read was like some comments in the thread today, was if you open up in Firefox and go in incognito mode, potentially you could have more than one alpha going. Is that right?
That seems reasonable.
That seems reasonable because of the way that the cache works, with the way that the browser cache works. It's possible, but that's if they get the game to work on a browser. And then second of all, why try to create this game in a browser and make it stable? Because like they literally said in the thread, we are doing this to test the stability of the servers in a browser.
Stability.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. But like stability. Look, okay, but like the point is that why test that through a browser when you can't even get the game to keep away from tie-dye with 200 people in system? Like, if you can't get the normal servers to be stable, how do you expect to get the client to be stable in a browser?
Have they ever made it multi-threaded, or is it still single-threaded?
Still single core.
Oh yeah, well that's been the root of all performance issues in EVE Online for fucking since it started.
Redline, can you like tell Yoshi that he's not coming on the show and to just give up now?
Yoshi, you're probably not coming on the show. You should just give up now.
Hey Yoshi, just in case you were wondering, you're probably not coming on this show. You should just give up now.
I had
Who
to.
the fuck is trying to join the show? We are not allowing you.
I had to beg to come on the show. Absolutely beg. I've been begging for weeks before they finally let me on.
Weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshi's
I've been DMing Dawn feet pics every day for the last 2 weeks until she finally said, "Look, don't DM me any more feet pics. You can come on the show."
No, ew. So,
Ew.
but yeah, so Redline has been gracious enough to join us today and just hang out and talk about whatever. So I think the general consensus is we think this is a terrible idea and don't see how this is going to work.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty irrelevant idea. I don't really know what the
what is
point
it
is.
exactly like?
Like-
What is it? Why are you wasting development cycles on this? Like, even if it, okay, let's say it works
Different
as
team,
well
dude.
as
It's a
it
different
possibly.
team.
Oh my god, dude, you're giving me flashbacks to like 4 hours ago when I was on a meeting with a bunch of morons. But like, what is this going to do? That, like, what's the gain from making it a browser-based game?
Maybe they'll have some sort of breakthrough in cloud gaming, because that's kind of what using a browser is, right? It's cloud gaming, and if they can make it work on that, maybe they can make the game work better. I don't know, but I think it's just a waste of time. We'll
I
see though. We'll see what the purpose is. It's kind of a fun thing as CCP, trying to figure out what the purpose is behind things, because they never really tell you. They just say we're testing stuff. And you can just sit there and say why though, but you never get an answer.
And it just
I like
nothing happens for 2 years.
The logs show nothing.
I like
And
Dawn's
then
tinfoil
suddenly
hat.
Citadels.
I like Dawn's tinfoil hat that they're trying to become RuneScape and they're trying to do like Eve online within the browser, and then we're gonna
Oh,
get.
I doubt that. I doubt that highly, but you never know. Could have Eve echoes in a browser.
Oh God.
No, I
Oh,
do see
dude.
that the potential is if they can get part of Eve to work on a browser, then you could, like someone mentioned in chat, is manage PI and manage market orders
Well,
from
they
without
tried
having
that
to
with
look at
they tried that with fucking, like, what was it called, gate.eveonline.com, like years and years and years ago. You could, like, they tried to make it, well, it only ever got to the point of like you could send Eve mails and like manage your contacts, but like I yeah, yeah, exactly, like, but I was under the impression that's what they were going for.
Like you can't really manage PI and stuff from a browser because you're supposed to be in space when you're managing PI, right?
Right, like
I mean, sure,
you have to be at
tethered,
the
but
planet, don't you?
well, not necessarily at the planet. I don't think you
Oh
Maybe
yeah, there's
have to
that.
be in space, but like if you're in space, you can get bumped off tether, anything like that. But if you're doing that from a browser and you're just like managing it, like you're just playing a mini game of EVE Online, it's really lame.
Yeah,
everything that they figure
like,
out.
I guess I don't do PI, so, but if that's true, then I guess maybe just like industry jobs would be a better example of something you could do through the browser. Like,
Instead of having to get
yeah,
on a computer, log in, and do it all.
but like, okay, so people can update their industry jobs from work. That's it. Like, that's the only value add. That's it.
next thing you know, they're gonna say we're gonna get the Eve client to work on a Chromebook. That's when I'll go start playing shit at school.
I'm playing Eve on my iPad, and I'm having a blast. So
So you probably actually could get Eve to work on a Chromebook if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I've tried.
if you turn everything all the way down, Eve is not a very resource intensive game. I mean, it's the spreadsheet online joke is only kind of a joke.
No, but like Chromebooks, they have the Chrome OS, and like they can only they can't open exes, can't open executables and stuff like that. So like you can't
Yeah, but they can make it
technically.
a snap or whatever the fuck they call
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Like if they got it to work. Now I'm saying hypothetically, if this whole thing works out, and they get it on the browser, then they can make a browser extension for EVE Online for Chrome, and people could play EVE Online on their Chromebooks.
Aren't Chromebooks Linux based, so you could use like
no,
No, they're based
They're
on a Google's own built OS.
it's called Chrome OS, but yes, Chrome OS is to some degree Unix based. No, Tamar, Chromium is the browser branch, I believe. I believe Chromebooks run on Chrome OS. I'm like 85% sure.
Okay, guys. Well, you have been talking. I'm sorry, but I was reading other stuff, and I've been having my fun with the webcam, and viewers are liking it. I just want to add that, yeah, I forgot to do my mustache today. I'm sorry, viewers. You can
you got
continue
the
now.
weird
Truly.
one going on. So since I don't know too much about the browser stuff, I'm more than fine leaving it at that. But the quad cores has been very interesting to listen. Now, I know Redline, your show was the first one to get to talk about it really
Can you give
after
a
the random.
brief, what does that mean? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
She means quantum cores.
Whatever, yeah, that.
Stars have quad-core processors now.
Yeah, well, that's what it meant to me. But like, can you give me a brief overview? Can you give all the
Basically,
viewers a brief
okay,
overview?
so
of what
basically,
that
long
means?
story short, CCP is forcing you to like shove like a Death Star core into each Citadel, and they're gonna seed them into the market, and then every Citadel that you place is gonna require one of these quantum cores for it to be anchored successfully.
Why?
Because they want to
up the cost.
they want to up the cost, and they want to they want to increase Citadel based PvP, and they want to make it so that we don't have like 80,000 Citadels in a singular
Well,
system.
You
It
missed
won't
the
make
big
an
point.
effect. It won't make an effect.
Send it.
Sorry.
They effectively want to get rid
reason-
of small groups in EVE Online.
Wolf packs.
So the quantum cores, they have 100% drop rate out of the Citadel. So you can grab them after you blow the Citadel up and turn them in for money from NPCs. So it is to create a loot pinata out of every Citadel that is anchored. So it encourages you to go and do it because you'll get something for it besides a kill.
Are they gonna so they're gonna seed them on the market, but are they gonna limit the number that they seed,
You
or
can
is it
only
just,
buy them from NPCs.
we've seen time and time again that just like money barriers don't work in EVE Online. Like I mean that tight like it's all started with fucking Titans. Like
Well,
you're gonna be two of them in the whole fucking game, and then Titans Online.
Well, the cost is basically for the smaller structures, it's almost doubles the cost of the structure because it's like what 400 or 500 for a Raitaru, and it's like 800 to put this core in or something. I don't remember the exact numbers, but then it's 30 billion per keep star. It goes up to.
Yeah,
and these are
but
droppable.
as it stands.
They're like 100 bills, 150, 200
The
bills.
price varies based. I think the price varies based on what kind of Citadel you're shoving it into. Like I know the Cubestar one is like 30 billion or something like that. But the thing,
It's all based on how big the structures are. So there's a different hypercore, and they're all sold at NPC stations. There's like 5 different types of NPC stations that they're sold at, and each different structure has its own type of core that is required to be in it, and each of those structures has its own each of those cores has its own cost. So if, for instance, the smaller structures become, like Don said, almost double the price, whereas keep stars being 30 bill, that's what a third of it.
It's a lot.
The only thing
But
that
it's
confuses me is the
but it-
fact that the Keepstar one's a fraction of the price, whereas a Raitaru is now going to be like 1.2 bill to fully anchor.
What
Yeah, but people don't spam keep star.
The-
Well, most
people
people
don't.
don't spam keep stars. Like I don't want to say
That's
people
what I
don't.
was-
Some people do, but most people don't spam keep stars.
No, yeah. To your point, though, what really matters is what the Asher House one costs and what the Fortizar one costs. Because, like,
It's-
I mean,
it's gonna stop.
I mean, it goes
Well,
back to my
there is a
original.
list, so
I mean, my original point, though, like gatekeeping via cost has never ever once worked in EVE Online ever. Like it just doesn't. It's not effective. I mean, especially when you have giant organizations like Goons and Panda Fam and all that shit, or whatever the fuck you guys are calling yourself these days. Like the amount of collective money, I mean, adding 30 bill for a keep star, it's like, well, do you think it
scaling,
keeps?
right?
I mean, but do you think it keep? Yeah, I mean, I guess it'll make a slight effect, but like, do you think if keep stars were 120 bill instead of 90 bill that we would see any less than we do today? No. I mean, might take a little more time. It might be, we might see 5-10% less because they're slightly more, but it's not going to make a massive difference to like the meta, if you will.
Well,
Well-
you're certainly not going to see him in low-class wormholes if CCP don't change it.
Well,
but-
CCP already
made it
announced they released another dev blog saying that they oversighted some things, especially like C5 wormholes
Oh, shocker.
and stuff like that. So what they're going to do is they're going to find a middle ground where they can reduce the size of the M3 of the cores so that they'll fit in wormholes and whatnot. They
Originally,
addressed it.
The largest one wasn't going to fit in the C2 wormholes. There's 3 of them, I think, that have cube stars in them, and those 3 would have been shit out of luck.
Oh, so they're not when they implement this change, everything is not existing citadels aren't going to
No,
just
they don't-
get one. So it's
No.
going to be like so it's going to be a massive upfront expenditure to keep all of your citadels as they are now.
Yeah,
Theta
so
did Theta math, and we estimated just the cube stars, even though we just dropped some, would take, if no one blew any up, it would be almost 2 trillion just for the cube stars.
I mean, that's not that much on the
Not a lot to ask, but
like in the grand scheme of like all the Alliance wallet. That is not that much.
so
but
the
it still exists in the Big Titan Fund, so yeah, don't forget about it.
one of the things I wanted to address in the chat, there is no blueprints for the quantum cores. They are literally going to be seeded. They're going to be straight seeded by NPC vendors in NPC stations. And what's going to happen is later in September, they're going to seed the market, so everyone buys them all up and whatnot. And then in October, any new Citadel placed will require the core. Any previously existing Citadel will have until January 12th of 2021 to get their cores in.
which is conveniently when Billy said that it might take them to get to 1DQ on a good day. So maybe we won't have to seed so many cores.
VFK by 2021.
Now, what I do have a question is, since we do have a gracious guest here today, Redline, I know you're probably not big onto the logistics with NC. I don't necessarily know how you guys all work, but what was your guys' initial reaction to this out in NC land?
I honestly have no idea.
Like,
I'm not involved in the
Well-
logistics at all. So
Well, what a useful fucking guest you are.
I
was there
mean,
no lamentations from like the directors anywhere? Or
not
they
that
all
I
like
saw.
fuck
No,
it? How many cube
I
stars do you
mean-
guys have?
I have no idea. I'm sorry, I am a useless guest.
Yeah,
I think we
Jesus, what do
have-
we even have you here for?
I think we
To
have
hang out.
maybe a dozen or so.
So the cost won't
Eh,
be that
whatever. Close
dramatic
enough.
for you guys.
No, I don't
How many,
think
how
it's
many
gonna
do
be-
we have?
Well, we put 4 down this week. They're all public now. So, well, 1 kind of over the weekend and then 3 this week. So, you guys tomorrow you'll kill your 6th one. So, I think we're at like 57?
Can I
60?
just address the Twitch chat for a moment?
Sure.
Twitch chat, I'm ignoring you. So if you're trying to say something to get a rise out of me, don't.
Oh no,
Just-
don't worry, Redline. They are
Just be
talking about me.
respectful, okay?
They are
They're more
talking about
bigoted
how
than chlorine.
gorgeous I am. They are talking about my pink drink. They are talking about how my good looks. Then, like, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm reading it. Like, I'm talking to them. You are talking to each other over there, and I'm just talking to my Twitch chat.
Oh, Brist has called you Dave again, by the way. Isn't that what, 14 now?
I didn't see it.
It's right in chat.
I'm ignoring the chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well,
was-
it's 14
this is the
chunks out of
point.
him.
Specifically his ass, not just him, his ass.
I didn't know if you wanted to expand since it's going to be so many.
I mean, essentially, he's not gonna have an ass left once I'm through with him in game.
Is that promise?
Like I used to have Brisk set blue so that I wouldn't shoot him first. Now he's set
Negative red.
magenta. He's set magenta. I literally changed the code of EVE Online so I could get the color magenta for standings, and I made Brisk magenta.
Are you sure you just didn't turn on colorblind mode?
When that happens, can I have pics or videos?
So hold on. Wait, Redline, you legitimately reverse engineered the pack files, got all the DLLs, decompiled
No,
all the
he didn't.
DLLs, and changed the
Jesus.
colors.
Yes, I did. That's exactly what I did. You are correct in that assessment.
Damn.
He has contacts
just
with the
open.
developers. Like the developers are inside his Corp Coalition Alliance thing, and he asked them specifically to change that color in the game just for him. That's what happened.
What in chat said, he probably just changed like one number in an XML file somewhere.
Or
Not
he's
magenta
making
shooting.
this up and fucking with all of you.
I think that everybody knows that that's exactly what's happening.
I don't know anything about computers other than like turn them on.
I didn't.
So
I didn't actually make it magenta. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, in
figured-
computers I only know how to film things basically.
But he is negative. He is negative 10. He is negative 10. So
Am I negative 10 red line?
probably not.
you're negative
Thank
10 to
you.
us.
I'm
Red
negative
line's
10
like
to everybody. I'm
red-
negative 10 to my own fucking alliance. Okay, like come on.
No.
So what?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
so-
just talking like chat. So yeah, these quad cores or quantum cores. There we go. I saw earlier Dunk had put out a really nice article about what he thought it would do to high sec stuff, and I see these cores as further driving the nail in of anybody owning their own stuff in high sec unless they have a big alliance to protect it. Because
Oh, yeah.
Totally
you know,
fine,
like
by the way,
big
because
cores
high
would
sec should
get
be NPC based. It shouldn't be player based. Players really shouldn't have any type of interaction with high sec unless they play in high sec. Prove me wrong.
I mean, I do some stuff up there, so. But I don't need a station. I'm fine.
Yeah,
with
but you
NPC
should
stuff.
you should have to. I mean, I'm with Jesus. Forgive me. I'm with Redline here. Like there should be some commitment. Like if you want to own like if you want to be a high sec alliance, like you're a giant puppy, but do what you want to do. But there should have to be some kind of commitment. Like there's got to be table stakes. You know what I mean?
What's the minute? Sorry, I got lost. What's happening?
Do you think
I
there
s-
should be size limits on what can be up in high sec,
No,
or just no
Size
station,
limits?
no
No.
player stuff at all?
I
no.
straight up think that there
Also
shouldn't
no.
be any player stuff at all in high sec. Like it
No,
should
I
be
think-
all NPC. High sec should just be a massive ISK sink. And if players want to make money from like taxes and industry and shit like that, then they should be forced to go into other
I don't.
areas of space.
I don't agree with
I'm-
you. Sorry. I like it's. There is still stakes in ISAC, even like if you are secure with the ISAC police type of thing. There is still stakes up there. Different stakes, different rewards. But basic, yeah, it's basically.
Yeah, but I think, and I mean, I'm leaning toward Redline's side. I'm not 100% in agreement with you, but I'm definitely leaning towards your side. The risk reward of living in high sec is far too high. There's no like the risk is too low and the reward is too high. Like and it has been for years. I mean, how many times have we had the what the fuck is the point of owning space
Well, that's
conversation?
because they keep taking space that we do own and making it
Do
terrible.
you really believe? Like, I think that's just the view of a no-sec player looking at ISEC, just like thinking, oh, they have such a like good life. Let's say it's not a good life, but they have such a like
I
safe
know what you
life
mean.
compared to us, and they can also still do money. I think that's the view, because in reality, if that was true, the big empires wouldn't live in no-sec. There should be like huge empires living in ISAC, because if that's where the money is, like the real money, we all would live there.
I mean, it's pretty dang close to it. We can't mine. We can't rat consistently. What's the point of space? There's like things, obviously, like R64s are still really good. Like, that's fine. But the day to day, a lot of people I know have high sec alts, such as myself, to make not fast money, but
Yeah.
consistent money.
Because what the game changed nowadays with the updates with the moon things and shit like that, basically things that are not permanent, but it's a phase of the game from what they have told us until now.
It's
Basically,
gonna fucking last a year and a half, and you fucking
whatever.
know it.
But yeah, I'm not debating that because I don't know what they're doing. But for what it is right now, what they changed is in LoSec, you still can do a lot of money in short periods of space, in short periods of time. And in ISEC, you need to be consistent. So basically, ISEC, it's more for 24-hour grinders, while NullSec, you just need to be here on time. That's what I'm seeing up to now. So basically, you still can make money in null and in high. You just need to be smart. So they changed it so it wouldn't be like a full 20 hours grind in nullsec also. That's the phase of the game that is right now. But from what I know, like that will change in, it can be 1 year, 1 month to 3 years, I don't know.
Sure, you can, better refining percentages in NorSec.
Barely. I mean, that is one of the big things. So, but with these quantum cores going into the stations, war deckers are going to have a blast because most places that like will put a, because the rule or the way to get around war decks right now is to obviously have a holding corp hold your building and then give you access to it. But if you're not in that holding corp, you can't join the war to protect it from war deckers who could potentially run around. If you want services in this damn building, you have to have a core in. So they can just run around and blow them up for all these little, 800 mil here, 900 mil there, potentially a billion or two if they do the Fortizars. So I just see them like that's gonna like I feel like that is definitely gonna help alleviate some of the spam up in high sec.
For that, I agree with you. Like seeing like the change that they did with the quantum cores butt plugs thing, like I totally agree with that. Like it's a way of stagnating the spam, and that's fine. That's great. That's amazing. But for that, to change that conversation, that topic into ISEC was more profitable than NoSec, I don't think that's a true statement.
Depends on what you're doing. So since Redline's here, I'm going to ask you, how are you feeling about this war? I said you were going to be honest.
I can't wait to get into Delve.
We
Hey,
can't wait either.
I
I've got a
know,
question.
right?
Which
We want
keeps are you
content.
most looking forward to blowing up?
Okay,
I
which
swear to God.
Keepstar in Delve do you look forward to killing the most, Redline?
I mean, there's 60 of them, so I'm looking forward to killing all 60 of them equally, which is
At
not at
least-
all.
Damn, that's
At least
better
you
than
knew
Billy's
more than
answer.
Billy does, yeah.
Oh no. Let's do a break here because I need to have the Theta talk. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
which way do you cut your sandwich, Redline?
What do you mean? What kind of sandwich? There's
Like a PB&J
Turkey
sandwich.
sandwich.
Good
Turkey sandwich.
question.
No.
no.
Let him choose the sandwich. What is the
No.
most?
no. You choose the sandwich
What's
because
the
this
most
is your question. So you
Square,
need to set the
square.
parameters
Okay,
properly.
square bread, right?
First
Square
question.
bread.
Square
Like-
bread. Normal turkey sandwich.
No. First question. What's the sandwich that you eat the most?
No.
I don't eat sandwiches.
Okay, anyways, how would you
You
cut
are
your
a
sandwich if it's
fucking
a turkey
eat it.
sandwich?
If it's a turkey sandwich, I'll cut it diagonally.
Why does
Fucking
the thing
barbarian.
inside the sandwich make a difference?
Because
Would the bread
if it's
be
like the po'
different?
boy like fucking PGL brought up, you
No,
like
but-
what do you only have like 2 ways to cut that. You can't cut that
Because-
long ways.
So
No,
let's say
no.
so
but
it's
the
a
question
let's say
is-
you ask the question, I answer the question, okay? You say why does the inside matter? So if it's a turkey sandwich, turkey is all together, right? You put lettuce on, you put some cheese on it. It's all together. It's held in properly, so you can cut it diagonally. It fits into your mouth easier. You can take smaller bites without eating too fast, which means you get fuller, etc. Now, if you take something like a pulled pork sandwich, like you're not gonna cut that diagonally because then you'll
okay,
have this
so-
little
Everything-
tiny bit of corner.
Yeah, you don't. Well,
That's
let's
like-
be clear.
You can't
Let's
cut it
be clear,
diagonally at all.
You don't cut a pulled pork sandwich. in
Exactly.
any way,
From
shape,
what
You
I
tear it
heard
apart with the
from-
fork.
From what I heard from that, it's really simple. That you want to have small bites because you don't have a mouth big enough.
No. I want to have small bites so that I can fit the whole fucking thing in my mouth at once.
Okay, so you
now
have.
now you're speaking the now you're speaking the
Now you're
Glorians
speaking my
language.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. Okay, let's continue this. So, how do you shower? From top to bottom or bottom to top?
From the middle,
The
In the middle. Why?
because you clean the dirtiest part of your body first.
So the middle part of your body is the dirtiest. That's what you're saying.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I think he's saying he's got a dirty, dirty dick.
Thank you, synergistic chatbot.
So you are
getting the
saying that
joke.
Oh,
you don't
This is
clean
Cindy.
your dick?
That's a Syndic Thras, by the way.
I don't.
Oh,
Penis probably
let's
wasn't
say
around for
penis
you.
because Twitch rules. Let's say penis. So you are saying that you don't clean your penis.
I'm saying
Often.
you should ask your sister.
I don't ask. Okay, I will ask her tonight.
That was a very odd way to answer
Does-
that. But okay.
I mean, that's better than most people have done with those retarded questions we always ask.
Yeah, I like it. Like you prepared it. It's fine. I love it. I don't like the middle answer. I'm going to be honest. Like,
Which-
So
if
as a
you
man
clean
with
your-
not very
you-
much
no, no, no,
body
no.
hair,
Let's have a serious talk here. So,
All
if
right,
you take a bath,
top
first
to bottom.
you need to just with water, bottom to top to get the feel
Why?
of the water. Okay,
No,
and
I don't know
then
why
no,
he doesn't
you
just
should
like let the water
with
run and get
shampoo
warm.
you go from top to bottom. So first you go from bottom to top to clean the most of it, and you just like do a rinse on your body, and then you go from bottom to top to really clean it. That's how you do it?
normal. I start at the top and work my way down because
Yeah.
I have a lot of hair.
I can kind of relate.
If you
It's an-
start at the top, then as you're cleaning from top to bottom, you are getting a constant stream of whatever you're using to clean over your entire body. So for instance, by the time I get to my legs, I'm not scraping off my skin with soap because I don't look like a rocket pop. You know what I mean?
That's why I say like you go from bottom to top just to rinse and to get like the most of it out. Let's say if you have dirt on your body, you just take the most of it out from bottom to top, and it's fine. Okay, when you get to the top, then you start putting shampoo and really clean your body, like to just like a real do the final polish, and you go from top to bottom just to polish it out.
So I'm actually gonna defend him with the middle comment here. So as a man with not very much body hair, the only way I can get like a good lather going is use your imagination. One place in the middle where I actually have like an adequate
Well, I have
amount.
zero body hair, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like as Miranda said, like I have long hair, so I have to start at the top because that takes
Okay.
the most amount of time.
I need to do a stop here because John Artley is still listening to us. He just
I noticed.
read it on Twitch
Don't
chat,
scare
and
him
I'm
away.
really proud of myself. No,
Don't
he
scare him away.
probably is just in his bed, like listening to us to sleep, and
With
he's
his
just like
cows next
triggering
door?
himself all over. He's just getting triggered by everything we say.
Probably.
Love
So
you, John. I'm your simp.
now that we've gone through the typical personality defining question, we had a very interesting fight, quote unquote, with Brave yesterday, and I guess we had a lot of fun today. I didn't get to be on the fleets today. Brave posted everywhere on Reddit, hyping up and screaming about how they anchored a Fortizar Inquirius, and they were so proud of this, and that they got dreads through. It was like 3 or 4 dreads got through. They were screeching and screaming, and we blew it up yesterday.
So
With
to me, it was really weird because obviously with everything that goes on both sides of the spectrum, I'm really confused here because I was told that Test and Brave both herf and blurfed about defending the final timer, but I also heard Brave say that they weren't expecting Test to come, and I can't tell which fact of the matter is false.
I don't know what happened. I may tell you, like for the past week, I've just been doing TikTok dances. So I just came in on the show. I don't know anything that happened.
So pretty much the Fortizar came in a whole timer yesterday, and we took a couple fleets to go kill it, and we were expecting a response. We were expecting hostiles to defend it, and instead of defending it, they started whelping their ships. Now the weird part was this is what really like blew our minds here, was the same guy lost his Phoenix, right? He first lost his Phoenix, and that
I
Phoenix,
forgot about that.
this Phoenix was fit with regular torpedoes, Tech 2 torpedoes, and not XL.
Just a quick finish. John just said they didn't Earth at all. So
So they didn't Earth. Okay.
Billy confirms this as well. So, Redling, can you explain why Phoenix would have Torp 2s on there?
Because he's
For the
fucking
lulz,
joking.
obviously.
Yeah,
For
he's
the me-
obviously joking.
And then after, no,
I mean,
but here's the thing.
We spent the beginning of the show talking about how 30 bill doesn't mean anything to larger groups.
yeah.
Why does a 2.5 bill Phoenix mean anything to a larger group? Like,
Also, I mean,
come on.
Because
he has.
here
he
we
has
are
the
all about
shittiest-
fun.
No, so here's the thing.
he also
After,
has the shi- he also might have just been insurance frauding the shittiest of shit.
yes,
dreads.
which I
Maybe
agree
he'll
with, but the
buy
weird,
a better fucking dreadnought.
Mid slots were fit with a capital shield extender and an X large shield booster, if that tells you anything.
and then
Maybe he was
after,
running the maze, man.
afterward, the guy that blew up, that we blew up his dread, that same guy came back and whelped 3 Gilas, 2 Caracals, and I think like something else, an Onyx, into our fleet, which I'm sure it was insurance frauding, which is perfectly fine. We were just really confused at the time, as to why he was warping to the same place at the same time every time.
We were like, I mean, we don't mind free kills, but like, okay.
But like, okay, okay, why?
You know, it's all good to me. And then I guess you guys had some fun tonight.
So
With like really long sleep.
So tonight was also a little confusing on my part, at least. So it's my understanding that Brave had an opportunity, and that opportunity was that they had an iHub in a system that was like a level 3 upgraded. And the opportunity, I believe, what the opportunity was, is they had the opportunity to drop a keep star, drop a whole bunch of Sino jammers, and then gate their capitals through IFA.
You can only drop one Sino jammer in a system.
Yeah, but to drop it in, you know, like you need the level 3. Yes, I am always confused.
You just can only online one at a time.
Yeah, so
Am I right?
Yeah, I believe their opportunity was to drop them into the system, drop a keep star, and then gate their capitals in and use IFA as a way to start the assault on Quirios. But they returned that tide by killing that iHub today. So they missed that opportunity, and it is my understanding that it takes somewhere between 25 to 36 days or something to get the iHub back up to level 3. So if they kill our iHub in that system, it's going to take them like another month if they decide to go that route to get their capitals into the region.
So I counted.
You said
opportunities
so many fucking times.
Look, I'm sorry because I'm not sure.
It was severely annoying.
Because I'm not sure if that's their actual plan or if it was just something that was there that they didn't.
Or
take
if it was just an opportunity, if you will.
So let me ask you this, Mifune. If it's such a great opportunity, why do you think they didn't do it?
I don't know. They may have had their reasons. This is just like, this is what I can see they could have done. They may have multiple reasons why they didn't do it. But either way, the opportunity went and we closed it off. We closed
Redline,
the
you do
door.
have to remember, none of us
You're
in
getting
here are
played.
strategists here.
Right,
Like,
we're all line members here, right? We're all line members?
yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, Victorian is a director, so.
I'm a super capital FC.
Okay,
I'll believe it when I see it.
Anyways, so we're all line members here, right? So I want to ask you guys, what do you think the strategy is? Because you know we talk on our show on Tuesdays about a lot of speculation as far as what people think is going to happen next, and every time I try to talk about it, everybody just starts talking about something else. I mean, that's the nature of the beast. Anything else, literally anything else. But what do you guys think the strategy is, like, for real? DeClorian came
I
in.
mean, you need to get.
I just came back. Sorry, what's happening?
Nothing.
And we're.
It's a question you're not allowed to answer.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
you're not allowed to answer. Never mind. Shut up.
Why am I?
I mean, obviously you have to get a foothold somewhere, right? So are you? I mean, you've got to pick. Like, are you going to come in You're gonna try to get your foothold coming through Fountain, coming through Aquarius, coming through Period Basis. It's an open-ended question, right? Because I don't know what the fuck you're doing, and I'm too
Can I just know what was the question? Sorry.
what do we think that their strategy is? Like
Okay.
as line members, which is why you were excluded from this because you're actually a director and you might actually know things.
I can
Probably.
I
guarantee
know. I don't
Corey
know
doesn't
shit.
know anything.
I am doing TikTok dances for the last week. I haven't been in any fleet. I haven't even logged for the past week. That's my
Same, dude.
like,
Welcome to my world.
yeah, I'm doing TikTok dances every day. Okay, and I'm playing Fortnite.
So
That's the role.
from our conversation 2 weeks ago and kind of like things that I've seen, it kind of makes sense to go through Aquarius because you can get in there without a regional gate. You might have to double jump, but you can get in there and potentially get a foothold in where maybe like obviously we can get there in 1 to 2 jumps.
Basis or Aquarius?
I probably said queried basis.
Which one are we talking
Okay,
about here?
Okay, but let's stop. Don't be more specific. Aquarius has two sides. Okay.
Yeah. So there's the 1DQ side and then there's the Puig side.
Be the other side first because then
Which one?
they
Which
can't get
fucking
out.
one is the other one?
One
We're not
further
even-
away from us.
Puig. So
Puig.
eight.
We
So the 8QT one.
Yeah, I think that's where they would potentially come in because then we can't drop on them immediately. They can at least see us coming. But
When you say
Well, you
PYT,
can't drop on us
you are
immediately from
saying
any
49
direction.
Hey,
tag.
no. Hey, Redline, do you know where our Supers and Titans are staged?
I have no idea, dude. None at all. No clue.
I can't say it. I was hoping you
They're
would say it
all
for
in
me.
my apartment.
I mean, I do know where they are, but I'm not going to tell you that I know where they are. So
Yeah,
whatever.
You
it's
fuck-
all in my apartment. Just forget about it. So when you say PYG Dawn, you are saying 49 tag. That's
no,
what you're
I
saying.
think they're going to come from low sec down because they can jump
So
from
Iridia,
and
so
stuff
you
like
are
that.
saying about no Canid. I'm sorry, you are saying about Canid and
Yeah, things
EFA.
like that. Yeah, they can come in that way, and they don't have to take a regional gate per se. Now, there's a few systems they can come into, but they
So
don't
do you
have
guys
to.
want to
take
know the real
it.
plan?
They have to go
If
so
they,
fucking
well,
far.
okay, let's,
They
if they
already-
come from
They already took
if-
fucking 14 keep stars to get here. What's another like 3
If-
more?
if they come from EFA to 3 Tech F with Titans, they need to take a regional gate. Just to make that thing clear down.
Yeah, but if they can get in a bunch of dreads or carriers as support to try and like deter us, they could probably get some titans in.
Yeah, that's a strategy.
But then again, I'm not a strategist, so like I'm just going off of what I hear.
Do you want to know what the real plan is?
To go home? Really?
We
That's
live in-
fantastic.
Whoa.
We live in Fountain now, right? We're
Yeah.
going to kill you guys by being the worst neighbors possible.
Okay.
We're going to borrow your tools and not give them back. We're going to
Son of a
visit
bitch.
and
That's
ask
where
for
my
cups of
goddamn
sugar,
snowblower went.
glasses of milk. We're not going to bring the glasses
So-
or the cups back.
So
It's
basically,
exactly
you are
what it is.
Don't be
talking about the
rude.
worst neighbors possible, and we have been living like side by side with us for the past years. What the fuck you're talking about?
Yeah, but haven't been in Texas. But I will say to your point, because you bring up something that I talked about. I talked with Rich Richmond because he's Mr. Merc. So I asked him, I was like, okay, now that Fountain's dead, that's where he was at for like 2 months. What are you gonna do? He's like, oh, well, I'm gonna sit in 1DQ and pick off your stragglers and make you guys not want to log in slowly but surely, and just harass you guys and make it hard to rat and mine and stuff. And I was like, I'm looking around like, that's how it's always been. Why is your presence gonna change anything? People are always trying to pick off stragglers from fleet. Like, you being a quote unquote bad neighbor, we have been dealing with that for like 5 years. You're not going to do anything that's different than what we've already been dealing with. I mean, for God's sakes, like me and my, Theta gate camp are sitting there preventing P Horde from coming into Delve. What are you gonna do that's different?
I mean, in fairness, they're
I don't-
closer to being. It's easier for them to be annoying because they're closer, so they can come be annoying
true.
with
I
less
honestly,
travel
I don't think you're actually preventing P Horde from coming into Delve, because I have it on good faith that if P Horde jumped a 250 man fleet into that gate camp, your gate camp would scatter.
Well,
Am
yeah.
I wrong?
Yeah, we only have like 50, 60 people, at the
Yeah,
most.
so they could
Yeah,
come in. Like we could
But
come in
then,
anytime we wanted to, right? We
yeah,
just
but
don't want.
then we just bring the same numbers or more to fight you. So
Yeah, but we're happy in Fountain. Like, have you looked at the ratting numbers in Fountain lately? We're ratting,
mean,
we're
I
mining,
actually
we're
have
doing the things
not.
we never could do in the drones because there's no NPC space over there.
Yeah, because the
why does
drone region
NPC space matter?
suck balls.
I mean, like, I actually don't
Let me
mind
just
if
say,
P-Horde wanted to stay there. That's
drone
fine,
sites
honestly.
suck so much.
Dude, I mean, at least now they have fucking bounties, dude. I lived in the drone lands way back in the day when they dropped alloys and there was like Alliance alloy buyback programs.
God.
God, I fucking, God, it was awful.
We got NPC deltas in like the 90s in Fountain right now. Whew,
We
better look out.
we
Yeah, I'm sorry, I
absolutely.
didn't
I
follow.
have no problem you being
I, did,
next door because it gives me something to do every night. So
I didn't follow anything that you guys just said. I just did a 7-second Broadway outfit change, and none of you noticed it.
I
No, we saw.
noticed. We were just having a conversation.
My topics are way better. I'm sorry.
Mm,
So sorry. So who is mining where? I'm sorry. I missed that
Redline
completely.
Redline was
Conversation.
talking. Redline was talking about how they are moving into Fountain officially and ratting and mining, and how the ADMs are getting so much better in Fountain for NC and P Horde.
what I
And,
want
Oh
to
yeah, they're
tell.
Continue
making more money
mining
in
in
Fountain than the
Continent.
Bastion ever did.
Does this mean we can go hunt crabs in Fountain now?
Yeah,
oh my god,
Yeah, we
hell yeah, man! I'll get my blobs.
yeah.
I'll get DVRB.
and there's NPC stations we can do it out of.
Oh my god, it's like they never thought of this before.
I dare you. I
Really?
dare you.
Are you gonna dare us
I
like
mean-
Mittens dared you guys to drop caps on our keep stars?
You are basically taking one of the floodplains to rat and mine, so you can raise ADMs and be the worst neighbors possible. Okay, what's phase 4 of the war?
No, that's phase 72. They gotta circle
Okay,
back.
sorry, I don't want to
Rap
be serious
battles.
about this. Sorry,
Phase
it's
4
rap
is
battles.
rap battles.
Yeah, rap battles. Let's go for it. I'm shitty at rap, and English is not my main language, so I'm going to be shit. But let's try it. Yeah, go for it.
Just you should rap in your
You want me
native
to rap battle
language.
you right now?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm going to
go for it.
fail horribly. I'm going to
Okay.
Google already
Alright.
rap things.
I am going to be writing. So this is the first announcement of this, and you get it exclusively on your show. I am going to be writing a diss track for one of my very special friends, and it's going to be released soon. It's going to be great. It's a friend that is going to be missing some chunks of his ass soon.
He rap battled on here
Ah.
already before.
Yeah, he rap battled Billy on here.
Dude, like, didn't even take the challenge, so that's an
Yeah.
automatic failure.
Okay, so I hear you
Rip
talking
rap
shit,
battle?
bro. I think you are in the heat. Please bow down to defeat. You are barely mincemeat.
Rap?
Okay, I tried to read something out of Google and it failed horribly. I'm sorry.
It's
Okay,
okay.
go,
You
Red.
should just rap in your
That's
native
fair.
language, Clarion.
Not rap battling if you Google the lyrics, dude. Come on.
English is not my main language. Like
That's okay, dude. Not everybody can rap battle, and that's fine. It's okay. You
I
don't have
cannot
to rap
like
battle to be important.
I'm a classy dude.
All right. I've
I
never
don't want to
rap
be
battled before.
I don't want to be important, and I'm a classy dude. I don't do rap battles. I'm sorry, man. I
You should
just bitch slap
Billy-
you with a white glove.
You should get Billy to write you some raps since he was so good on your show doing it. I love that part about your intro when you have it. It's just that little bit. Everybody's like, "Stop!"
1, 2, 3,
stop,
Rain, talk to
talk
me. We're gonna hit a beat and talk about my Eve. Oh God. Oh no. Why, Rain? Why?
Exactly.
Yeah, that intro can never change. It has to be that way forever and always.
Can't let him
Just,
forget.
I mean, It's okay. He can forget, but it's too good to not use, basically.
No, I agree. For
Okay,
sure.
I promise. Me being a Portuguese man with English being my second language, I promise that I will try to do some rap battle lyrics and do horribly at it and post it somewhere.
Okay.
Redline,
you-
just in case you were wondering, I'm not gonna fucking rap battle your retarded ass.
Oh,
Okay.
but I will do it with the fucking accent. So a lot of the rhymes will be with my accent. That's how they will work.
Why don't you rap in Portuguese?
and
Oh,
then just
then you will be
translate it
fucked.
afterwards.
If I rap in Portuguese, you will be fucked. Portuguese has the
Okay.
best fucking. No, you don't
Dude,
understand.
do
No, well,
it.
I mean, you just threw that shit out there.
Prove it.
Prove it, bitch. I want to hear this shit too.
I can say something that you will not understand, so it's fine.
Do it.
Go for it. Yeah, dude. Drop
As long as it
drop some
sounds
fucking
smooth.
bars
As
on
long
us,
as it
son.
sounds smooth and hits hard and makes me cry on the inside, you win.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's an invitation for something else, but
Yeah. Drop those bars, son. Yeah, he's talking about his dick.
I was not going to say it. And let's
And
say
in case
this,
you were
because
wondering,
this is a
it
Twitch stream, so we don't say dick pics. We say penis sticks. Someone got that?
we have to go with penile photos.
Yeah, it's penis pics.
So, Redline, how many supers do you have up in Mahamara?
What?
Maramara. How many
I-
supers do you have there?
Personally, I have
Okay.
3 there.
Oh, nice. What
Dang,
kind?
nice for you.
I have a Hell and 2 Nixes.
For the
Ew.
Titan?
No, no Titan. I don't fly Titans.
Why not?
Yeah, you
Because
you
I
like
don't like.
you
I'm
like
not a.
supers over fucking titans?
Look, so
don't-
supers are things like you can meme on people with those. For instance, I've got my meme hell that's like hyperspatial fit, goes
Okay,
super
okay. I
fast
was
and
wondering
everything.
why the fuck you got a hell. That explains it.
What, you think I brought a hell to actually go into a fight with? No, that's what the Nexus are for.
Yeah, thank God, because
Eventually, I'm building up right now to get a vendetta, and that's soon TM.
Okay. So I want to
Yeah,
add
Here you
something.
can get some cheap and delve.
isn't part of the reason that you like your supers, like you can meme on people without having to put like a Titan worth of ISK on the field? That has something to do with it, right? But as soon as you get a vendetta, you're back to a Titan worth of ISK. Like what's
Sometimes
why?
more.
Just like this doesn't matter. It
So
doesn't.
Titans
It doesn't
aren't
matter.
really-
I like supers. I prefer supers because as much as I talk shit about fighters and the mechanics behind them, I enjoy the fighter mechanics. I think it's more engaging than pressing one button. I think being able to control 5 separate flights of whatever it's actually interesting gameplay. I know it sucks for the servers, but if it didn't suck for the servers, it'd be great.
Yeah,
Titans
I
aren't really
totally
known
agree on
to-
that with you. I have way more fun. Like a super, it's to me, it's way more fun. Flying a super than a Titan. Yeah.
Right?
Um, but like if you really want to meme on people, like yeah, Titan, it's way more meme.
Well, yeah, I mean, but why though? Like there's memes, and then there's like
Dreams.
so when you go to meme on somebody, you can either meme on them in something that is like a super meme or like a little bit of a meme, right? So for instance, if you take a Titan, like you're gonna meme on them hard, right? Drive by doomsdays on keepstar grids, like that's fun. But if you do it in a super, it's not instant, and it actually requires you to have a little bit of preparation there. Otherwise, you
I
get messed up.
one of those dudes in the low sec jump freighter systems, like where you land your jump freighters to go to Jita. One of those dudes with a Nyx fucking memed on my Rhea one day. I have a lot of
Yeah.
respect for the guy still.
Dude, I just gotta ask this guy in the chat, Hazitude, do you have a crush on me? You've said my name 36 times in Twitch chat tonight.
DeClorian, DeClorian, can you restart your webcam?
I'm fixing it, yes.
Okay. We're Gucci then.
Don't worry, Redline. Apparently, I'm a retard.
I think I'm about to get murdered.
Oh
Maybe.
no. Are you gonna get murdered?
Well, Mr. and Mrs. is running my favor and will be here shortly. Now is that Mr.
Nice.
and Mrs. Smith? Cause I'm fucked.
Favor?
Yeah.
No,
What
I just
kinda-
wanna
are we
follow up on
talking-
that, like,
In Italian. I settled on pizza, so it's like some homemade stuff right here local.
Thank you, Azrael, for
Yeah, no problem.
that.
I hope you're all hungry now.
I had Wendy's earlier, so.
Okay, this-
Yo, Dawn
Wendy's is
actually
not
had
food.
Wendy's. Dawn, she had Wendy's. This.
And it was not made by
Yeah.
Mifune, so I know it's
Yeah.
family safe.
If you could only have one fast food restaurant for the rest of your life, which one would you pick?
Torchies.
Panda
Wait.
Express.
Was I supposed to think about that? Is it Torchies?
What is? I don't know what Torchies is.
Okay, so
Panda Express
Torchies,
is a weird
Torchies
fucking
tacos.
answer.
It's fucking amazing. It's not real Mexican food. I don't know what the hell it's categorized,
American
but
Mexican.
goddamn. Yeah.
Tex-Mex.
Okay, I just gotta say, there's a Moe's right next to my work, and whenever I'm closing, I always go to Moe's and I just get like a bag of the chips, and and I bring the Moe's chips to work, and me and my coworkers snack on it with Frosties all night.
Yeah.
So there, I put it in the stream chat for you. Torchies tacos.
Yeah, it got
Well, you
deleted.
can't put.
Oh, it got
Ship it.
deleted by the moderator.
Just
Whatever,
put it
man.
in. If you can put it in Theta Thursday Discord, they should be in there anyways. Talking.
Oh, what's
Pepper.
also nice is in my town we got this burger joint. It's called and I'm sorry for the red. That's the Chlorine's webcam on my other monitor trying to fix itself. But there's a burger place near me. It's called Freddy's Burgers and Shakes, and it's like an 80s. It's not like an 80s. It's like a 50s style diners. Yeah, it's like a 50s themed diner. And the weird thing about Freddy's is that it's like fast food, but it's 50s, so it's kind of weird. They got like a steak burger thing.
Quick serve, I think, is the word you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
You can fix the camera and
Can you
Let me
like
just-
mute demo, please?
Yeah, I got
it's
you.
not. Sorry.
This is high production value, guys.
This
Fine.
100%.
Completely my fault. So that you guys know, I have a cameraman and myself. So someone already muted it? Okay, sorry, thanks.
There we go. We're
God, what am I
Gucci.
gonna be seeing? Okay.
We're seeing DeClorian's bed right now, guys. We are going to see some good DeClorian action.
Oh, great. Okay.
Redline,
Redline, what is the cost for consulting you to help make our stream not a total awful?
I mean, for this stream.
Okay, my cameraman, you are fired, dude. Okay, you are
For-
not. You can continue doing your job.
I've given
this
Mifune
stream?
technical advice multiple times and he's not taken it once.
Look,
so-
I have taken it. I got most of the things set up right.
This stream is fine. I wouldn't mix the camera and the characters, but that's what different shows do. So I mean, that's fine. I just wouldn't do it personally. But everything else is cool. Is that a recording in the background?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
is that
so-
live?
Which
It's
we need
a-
to make a new one.
We need to make a new one
you
because
might-
this whole idea was birthed right after we started the whole Theta gate camps. And like this is a recording of like the third gate camp we had after the war started, and we only had like 20 people, but now whenever we do a gate camp there's like 80-90 people showing up. So like now they're a lot more impressive, so now we got to like re-record one night.
Okay,
Splice it in.
sorry. All of this stopped my thought process. That's the way of saying. So Redline, I'm sorry, but the meme rag is the best thing ever. That's
I-
my follow-up.
I
to-
spent 4 months building a Ragnarok to be a Tracknarok. Straight up just tracking computers in the mids, armor tank in the lows, and then CCP decided to make the resistance is so terrible that we weren't gonna super rat anymore. I didn't need it anymore.
No. You don't need anything. It's just a meme rack. You just put a doomsday on it, and yeah, that's it.
No,
Hyper
I
Warping,
have
controls,
doomsday,
inertial
warp on.
stabilizers, doomsday.
Exactly.
That's all you need. You
I have
literally
a
just warp, doomsday, warp off. Boom, you're good. That's it.
I
That's all
I
you do.
have a
If you
buyer.
don't know about it, okay, I'm going to do an advertisement now here. Okay, guys, if you don't know Ultra Cow is a fucking great pilot. Okay, it's a great friend of mine. He also followed me in some things. And one of the dread bombs that I did was we killed Sido's Titan after he left test, like right away after he left test. So that's exactly it. We baited him with Thanatos, with his meme Ragnarok. We caught his meme Ragnarok and we dumped him in 10 seconds, 15 seconds. We killed this Titan. So yeah, that's really fun. That's why meme rags are fun, because you have fun and then someone with a dread bomb also has fun.
Yeah, I don't want to be that. Tomorrow, you're in here. Did you have a question, or you just wanted to come hang out with us?
Oh, if you want to see the
You may not
video
pay
of
attention.
the, sorry, I forgot to say that. If you want to see the video of the meme Ragnarok Pseudo Titan dying, you just go on Ultra Cow YouTube channel and you check it. It's Pseudo's mom.
Ultra.
That's the name of the video.
Yeah, Ultra makes up for the rest of us not being able to tackle for shit.
We don't deserve him. He's
He,
amazing.
he was
He's amazing.
he wasn't tackling. I may tell you, he wasn't tackling.
It doesn't matter. If you can get Ultra Cow in your fleet, you're probably gonna kill something.
Ultra Cow, like I praised Ultra Cow, and his answer to my praise was, "I didn't even do shit," and it's sort of true.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm looking in chat, and someone asked, "When is the Y2 fight?" I think there's gonna be no fight, but Y2 death is tomorrow, right?
I think it is. Yeah,
So
I saw the timer
I-
yesterday, and when I was looking at it yesterday, it was like a day and 18 hours. I haven't checked up on it.
So I gotta ask, Redline, did you guys get tired of fighting us in carriers and stuff? Why are
What
you
do you
guys
mean?
using Titan? Just curious.
Same
Why?
reason.
Why?
Same reason you guys use Titans and Supers and Tribute.
You brought them?
There's nothing you can do about it.
I mean,
Well, I
over
mean,
there.
there is. You give us like trillions in ISK worth of fucking fighters to kill. I mean, it's pretty hilarious how many we kill. But keep sending them because we keep getting kill mills, so it's fucking great.
It's more
Okay.
like, I mean, like it is. I was wondering how long it would take you guys to figure this out. The only guaranteed way to kill a keep star that's defended, and this is guaranteed, is Titans.
It's not.
We learned. We learned it really quick because we tried to fight
say-
with supers and carries and things like that, and it, the servers crash because the fighter mechanics create so much lag from telling the fighters what to do. Subcat fights, it's just like if you really want the keep dead, you gotta Titan
I'm going
brawl it out.
to be as blunt as saying, okay, if you put Titans on grid, it's a certain keep star kill. I am going to disagree with you.
I can disagree, Declarian, but like we proved the most guaranteed way to do it is put Titans on the field, and we have been definitely willing to put our Titans out there. I mean, we lost 20 before we finally caught up and actually beat them on the, what was it, the armor timer or something? No, it was the whole timer for like X47.
Tested Keepstar, right? That's what you're talking about.
It was the X47 Keepstar that we did, and they're going to shoot the Y2 Keepstar.
Yeah, but if
All
it's
I'm
uncontested,
saying is, if you're going to be as simplistic
there's
as if you
danger
put
for them,
Titans
like-
on grid, the keep star is dead, I'm going to disagree.
There's no danger for their Titans down there on Y2, unless
Let's be
gangbang team
objective,
finally do their job.
Declarian. In terms of Keepstar fights, you're not gonna put Titans to defend a hull timer, right? That's
You guys did.
suicide. Who did?
NC did.
Oh well, I mean, and then I guess there was like a 14-hour fight. But
Yeah, we're not
remember,
talking about that.
remember, Don, that when that fight happened, that wasn't you guys, and you were saying to me that was us, because I was leading fleets in X47 on and goons and killing that Keepstar with you. What? How have you forgotten this so soon?
I jumped in at 0 on
it's
a
so
keep star.
sad.
I
What was
wasn't
going
in
on?
Goons
So
when you were
I
in
was
Goons
there
Red
too.
Line. I'm sorry. When you when you left Goons, I joined after that.
I was in that fight, and I will say it was spectacular. In Redline, I was in your fleet, and I just want to thank you because that was fucking awesome. But like again,
The
like the
freaking
problem with
tactical strikes on the Titans that we were probing down. That was
yeah, well,
Yeah,
not just the
Now-
everyone was
Titans,
good
but
shit.
everything that had like people had warped off because they were re-logging in, they got disconnected, all the faxes, the monitors, like it was fucking chaos.
It was a lot of fun. It was
Yeah, it
a
was.
good time, and I'm pretty excited to be back on that foot. But I will say that DeClorian, and somebody mentioned it in chat, as far as like uncontested Titan or uncontested Keepstar things, or even semi-contested, in a battlefield where one side has Titans, the other side doesn't, putting Titans on the Keepstar basically guarantees the kill. If
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
both,
that
if both
that I
groups have
agree.
Titans, then it's a little bit dicey because there's a Titan fight. But
Exactly.
there's 3 different phases of Keepstar fights, right? There's super cap versus super caps, there's sub caps versus caps, and then there's sub caps versus sub caps. So I mean,
So
it's
that's
likely
why
that
I
you're
was
gonna
saying,
see.
if you are as blunt as saying that just putting Titans on grid against a Keepstar is going to make sure that he is dead, like I'm not going to agree with that.
I will
Well, yeah, I
Because
mean,
100%.
you need to
absolutely.
take the
Like
other side.
anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. They can bring some other meta that we've never heard of before, which is great. Emergent
They
gameplay.
won't.
But you know,
Fuck
what
you,
she says is pretty valid.
Like,
It's
If
valid
you
enough, yeah.
what I said was the only way to guarantee the kill of a Keepstar is put Titans on field. Now, there is a small chance that, like, if there are 2 Titan fleets going at it, that the attacker side, or sorry, the defender side could kill enough of the attacker side to make them leave, but you're not going to reduce the DPS. So it depends on how much, like, because Redline, you guys are on the attacker side, so I can direct this at you. If you guys are willing to bleed for this, you can push any Keepstar potentially in, but you're going to bleed.
Yeah, just think about it. Just take it for a second. You are saying that if you put what you just said, if you put Titans, it's a guaranteed kill.
It only
That's
takes like 10 Titans to put it into damage cap, right?
but
Or
as soon as I drop as soon as I drop a dread bomb, are they going to continue shooting the fucking Keepstar?
you can put 1 laser from each Titan and keep it wrapped. Actually, not even all the Titans. You can put 1 gun from some of the Titans to keep it at least paused and still kill the dread. I mean, the dread bomb is it's gonna wreck a lot of ships, but that doesn't mean you're gonna stop the timer. It's only when the numbers that are attacking you are so big that you don't have a choice but try to get out.
It's called the panic factor. As soon as I put a dread bomb on it, they are not going to focus on the Keepstar.
I just want to point
Did-
out that my dread was literally made from salvage. So, fuck yeah, Phoenix actually rose from the ashes.
We had one
Just
guy,
saying.
I don't remember it wasn't Raikiri, it was another guy. He made a Titan with just salvage.
Jesus,
Yeah.
I would love to make a Titan out of Rifters just to see how many it takes to make it out of Rifters.
Be
Silly.
interesting.
It is silly, but it'd be funny.
80 bill of rifters, probably, if not more.
I'm just looking forward to the Titan fights. Obviously a lot of us in Delve are chomping at the bit for this, and Billy is in chat here, said that it's because we're not confident, so we just want to get it over with, like ripping a band-aid off. I think that most everybody in here can agree that we're just anticipating getting to like use our stuff. Like, let's go. We've spent 3, 4, 5 years building up the shit we have. We're ready to see what happens. Is this the best way to do this? Is it gonna work? We're ready to go.
I mean, that's kind of how I feel about all of this. I mean, because being someone who joined EVE in 2016, I wasn't here for things like the bloodbath of BR, things like that. Like that, the entire casino war, I wasn't here for. And you hear these veterans tell these amazing, crazy stories of all these various fights, and it's like, well, I want those fights. I want that. I want to be a part of that huge, 8,000, 4,000 person fight of 300,000 United States dollars of crap getting destroyed. I don't care if I'm on the losing end or the winning end. I just want to be there. Like, that's going to be amazing.
They sound
Never-
awesome until you're actually there.
Yeah.
You're like,
They're
oh
not
my
that awesome.
god, man! Like I gotta
Never-
call off work tomorrow.
What
Like
what
like
time are
hour
all your keep stars?
14, and
Please
Never-
tell me
I
your
think-
keep stars are
I think
EU time
they're,
zone.
they're Australian time zone, right? Write it down time. I think that's the timer. No, we don't
Oh.
know, and we're not gonna tell you.
No, I'm just
all,
saying, like
all my
You'll
the
keep
find out.
stars, all
X
my keep- all my
X47
keep stars-
UALX. I hated those fights so much.
all my keep stars are timed that you can suck my dick time zone.
Like I X47 lasted 14 hours, right? We
Yeah.
were
Oh,
we
yeah.
were out there on a Saturday or something. I forget whether it was Saturday or Sunday. At that point, I didn't have anything else except for that fight. Like that's so unhealthy, right? It's so unhealthy. And as much as I love killing keep stars, I would much rather not spend 14 hours doing it.
Redline,
First.
Redline, you forget I am a 19-year-old college student who's stuck with online school in this very room for like 18 hours a day. I got time. I got hella fucking boredom. All of my friends are gone, moving out of state and whatnot. I got no friends. I got all the time in the fucking world. I'm here, man.
Aw, Mifune, you've got us. Don't say that.
No, that is
You
not
got
my
me,
question.
Mifune.
Learn
I
a-
will send you all the picks that you need to stay active. Don't worry.
Even if
he-
you could
he
learn a
has all the
second
time.
language, learn a skill,
Oh
anything
no,
like
he
that.
can't even learn
do
basic
anything.
What do you
arithmetic.
do?
Do
Do
you
you?
really want
literally
to
have-
spend 14 hours losing your Titan?
I mean, I don't own a Titan, but
Okay, so gotcha. So you're
I-
you're just as relevant
I
as
would
me
be
in this
down.
conversation because I don't own a Titan either. So I mean, I would have no skin in the game.
Redline. Don't
In
get me wrong.
X47, I had a jackdaw.
Redline. I don't own a Titan. I
Alright.
go on low cost fleets, and Don can prove this. I go on low cost fleets, the big
one, yeah.
Oracle fleets that everyone knows. I go in them with ventures, so that you know how much of a poor I am.
Snuggled up next to
Nice.
me.
Dude,
Redline,
does anyone remember O2O?
No.
So,
Okay, well,
Redline, I have a
they-
question for your side.
fair.
From talking with the plebeians around you, what is their kind of level of? Are they looking forward to the Titan fights? Are they looking for the Keepsters fights? Are they like pushing like, why are we going so slow? Why are we taking forever to get to Dell? Or are they kind of like, whatever, we're gonna go shoot some rats in Fountain? What's the kind
Well,
of?
no. So essentially, everybody is. I think Villy said it as that there's a lot of enthusiasm behind it, right? So like people are kind of just like me, where like I'm super excited to get into Delve because I'm expecting that anytime a fleet undocks and goes to Delve, there's gonna be a fleet to counter it, which means lots of fighting. And if you guys remember me from my time in Goons, I only really did well at fighting. That's actually why people wanted to get rid of me in Goons, was because I would rather fight than structure bash. So I mean, there's should be lots of fights to be had, and I think that the more fights there are, the more people will get excited. As far as the pacing, I haven't seen anybody say anything about like the pace being too slow or anything like that. I mean, sure, we I guess you could say we had to kind of slow it down to take out these last couple keep stars, but it's no big deal.
Let's take that with a bit of salt of course, like because of course, like you. Let's be honest here. You, as we, all of us have an agenda. This is a Theta Thursday. We are all talking as we should in Theta comms, but of course, you wouldn't say anything as like, okay, NC or wherever, it's really tired of doing this work.
You
So
forget, DeClorian, that I made a pact to tell nothing but the truth for an entire week. And prior to the show starting, I specifically said to all of you in the channel that there would be no spin from me. I am
I'm
not
always
spinning. I am not fabricating. I am telling you the honest truth that I have not seen one single person say anything about it taking too long or complaining about what we're doing or anything like that.
there is I can tell right away. I'm also known in by the people that follow me in the gun fleets and shit like that. That people that like to fly with me when I'm FCing and shit like that. That I'm really honest. And I also don't spin and shit like that. I never do that. But anyways, I can send you a clip of someone that a really known clip that has like shit ton of views because it was earthed a shit of a guy saying like, "Oh yeah, we only have to do this like 60 more fucking times when they did the White Tech 2 thing that they failed. How is it called?"
Good question. So, like, watching talking in stations or whatever, they were counting the citadels killed by Horde, and I think it counted to about 400 citadels in Fountain. Are you guys prepared for more?
I mean, that's all the standing fleet. Like,
I mean,
the
do you
directive.
interact with them at all?
Huh?
Do you interact with them at all? Like, do you get their feel of how things are?
No, not really. But I mean, if they've
Makes sense.
so I don't know. Have you so if you know how they're kind of operating that, the structures are like they're undefended at this point, right? So they just come in and kill them like no big deal. And there's literally just a standing fleet that goes around that has gone around Fountain and has been killing the structures. So I mean, it's not
So
something that they ping about. It may be something where they say like standing fleets up on so and so, but what
ta-
they do is completely up to them. So I mean, the
talking
fact that
about
they
the
did it, yeah, I think they're ready for more.
talking about the structures, like the recent structure changes that were just
You would call
announced.
that.
What's your play on that one? Because I feel like that's going to change the board all across the
Really,
the
you're late.
game. You know, for wormholes, for us. I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad.
You mean
You
the
missed all that.
quantum course?
We already had a
Yeah,
whole like 2-minute conversation about
Well,
that.
it's okay. We can talk about that for a moment, right? He just wants my opinion on it, yeah?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to matter. I think that by the time, I honestly think that by January, when the structures are required to have the cores, we'll be far enough into our campaign that it's not really going to make that much of a difference whether they're cored or not. I'm sure the keep stars will be cored. I am sure that a lot of Fortizars will be cored, but I doubt the random Athenors and things like that will be, because it's just going to be a waste of money at that point. And that is, of course, being hopeful, speaking with optimism. I don't know how the next few months are going to go. So maybe I'm completely wrong and, everything does change. But I mean, then it's going to create an interesting dynamic when you've got 1,000 people shooting a keep star and the keep star dies and Johnny Raw comes over and ninja loots the fucking core. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
speaking of Mr. Raw, he
that's
has
one
been
thing.
incessantly. Sorry.
That's one thing that we were also discussing over in Theta as well. Like one way to kind of fuck everybody over, or at least try to kind of meme on the other fleet, is somebody would come in, grab it, and then get destroyed on purpose, so that there's a possibility that that core is no longer in the game ever again.
Yeah, you dock a jump freighter in the keep star, and right before it dies, you undock said jump freighter, loot the thing, and then try to jump out. 50-50 chance if you die, 50-50 chance it doesn't exist anymore.
No, what
And
he's
it's just like
saying
a 40
is,
mil kill mail, right?
what he's saying is, what if you purposefully blue ball the enemy by undocking that jump freighter? The Keepstar dies, picking up the core, and then your own fleet purposefully killing that freighter just to
Very
kill the core.
expensive kill. But I could see us doing it. For the
Just so
lol.
that the enemy can't have the core. It's denying them the satisfaction of having the core.
Giant middle fingers in the air. So,
I truly don't think anybody would care one way or the other.
It could not. Who knows? It all really depends on whether or not you like the idea of the cores being implemented or not.
The line member's not going to get the core anyway. It's going to
Yeah.
go to some like central bank kind of thing. So who cares?
unless you go
I
blow up
just-
your own station by yourself, which we've done before.
I just thought it was an interesting thought. That's all.
Yeah, the whole core thing is stupid.
I agree.
Doesn't
But
matter.
Well,
I can't wait
like
till
the
I'm with
storms,
Redline.
I don't
I'm with
know.
Redline. I'm with Redline. It doesn't change anything, right? Like it's just gonna
That was
make
me
us
who
noise.
said that, you motherfucker.
Hey,
I've said it like 14.
That was you
What-
that said
what-
it, Syndic.
what will
That
not
was you
change
that
anything
brought
for
that
the
up
new
in the.
update?
so
that
like, what I
was-
tell you about interrupting me, man?
Listen here, motherfucker. Are we gonna
Okay.
do this right now?
Okay,
Listen,
okay.
Nick.
Just for the
I have
record-
the biggest dick
just-
in the channel, so shut the fuck up.
So
Okay.
just
Do
for
you
the
have any more
record,
burning questions
Syndic
for me?
was the one that brought that up first.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Red Light. Yeah, that's right, little maniac, you fucking bitch.
All right, calm down.
I'll see you on the gate camp later.
They're
Oh
just,
yeah, you got
All right, come on.
they're just messing around.
I got
Um,
something for you.
Simmer down now.
Can you understand what a little bromance you've got going on?
They have it.
Yeah.
So,
It's pretty cute.
in other news, my pizza has arrived. Let's see if they'll actually deliver it to my hotel room.
Oh god.
Hey, can I ask a culture question to Redline?
Okay, now
Oh, you can ask. Yeah, go ahead.
auto room. I want
Look,
So
I'm here to answer your questions,
Oh my
take your
God.
comments and your criticisms. Lay it on me, dude. And remember, I can only tell the truth.
I don't think we've
no,
been
no,
mean.
no,
so.
I don't even pay attention to
Your
like
Twitch
these
chat has
politics,
hurt
right?
my
Like,
feelings a lot.
I can't
yeah,
help
like
it.
I don't pay attention to any of those politics, man. Like it I'm just
no,
a line member for the most part.
I didn't even
So
know the
like
fuck
like when you were in the alliance, man, I liked flying with you. You're a cool guy.
Hell yeah,
but,
dude.
So like I've only pretty much ever been with goons, and I've always wondered, right? Like these other alliances, is it more or is it less puppy speak?
It's more.
There's no way
So-
that they
so-
out puppy
so-
speak us, man. We're pretty retarded.
Look,
Like,
they
so-
can't
so
get
can we be
more Theta comms. They can't get more cancers than Theta.
Can we get like being a former goon, like the cringiest like puppy speak since you've left? Can you give us an
Absolutely not.
example without? No,
No, I
Alright.
can't because I refuse to say the words.
Maniac, why
Okay.
don't you say the winning puppy speak
No,
competition?
no. This is good. That's for the future.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so it is
We're gonna win.
definitely a lot more like we
But
thought, right?
here's the thing though. You know, it's not. Pubby is it's subjective to your perspective, right?
No, not at all.
Because
It's pretty easy.
No, I mean
It
you know
is.
what
Either
I'm
in
talking
goons or
about,
you're
right?
puppy.
Like I don't mean it in a derogatory way, right? I'm just saying.
right,
like,
I know what you mean, and I
you
don't
know
mean
what
it in a
you-
derogatory way
know,
either.
you-
Because
Yeah, you know what
I
puppy
love
speak
the
means,
culture
so.
in my alliance, even though they spam me with 3 fleets a week. They call me Dave Archer, all these things. I love PanFam. Like it's a great place to be. I will say that they call things tunes,
Two.
and it
Tunes.
hurts.
Oh
Iskies.
no.
Danny also.
Iskies
Nobody
for my
says Iskies.
toonies.
Nobody says Iskies. Nobody says toonies.
The
They say
07s?
tunes.
Just for the
Someone
record,
says
anytime
Danny.
anybody says anything like that, there is a character named Pubby. Okay, you owe that character 100 isk for every fucking time you say some shit like that.
And that is owned by my good friend Magnum Allen. Please send him money. Thank you.
Yeah, I
I
just
got hot sauce
imagine that
caught in the back of my throat.
form. Yeah. So I just imagine your forums is like just a non-stop stream of 07 mates and toonies and iskies and desies and stuff like that.
Nah, it's not like that at all.
Uh,
Let me
I'm
log onto the forum
disappointed.
real quick, and I'll read you a post if you want.
Oh my god,
heard-
this is
Oh, goody.
great.
I heard
Can-
Cormy fleets are a pretty good Desi fleet.
Oh Jesus.
No, nobody.
It was
Do they get?
Nobody
Do they have
ever
Rippy?
said
Guy the other
Corby.
day.
No.
What
Someone
about
said
Moonies? Do you guys got? Do you
Semis
spend your
and
Iskies on Moonies?
yeah,
What
the
are
sim
moonies?
is
And then get
wrapping the
refuge from your
muni's with
semis?
rappies or what was the thing?
Listen, if you talk like this in the Imperium, you'll be mocked relentlessly until you reform or we just stop listening to you.
Oh, that's a good point right there. Is this going to be a Dawn fiction quality reading? Come on.
We can't
Not.
read Dawn's
Redline refuses
things.
to read the high quality literature that I
No,
read.
but the
You've
problem
never
is,
sent it to me.
You
you
want me
mango.
to?
No,
Pure
I
I
don't.
can't read it.
smut.
Like,
I'm just
it's
That's
saying.
what it is.
You're
I have
smut.
never refused it. I've never been offered it. Okay.
Listen,
well, we're
your
offering you
boyfriend,
now.
John and Jay are both in there.
I'll
John
read it.
and Jay.
Uh
Well,
huh.
did you do one right before
Wait,
Redline left?
is my
No.
boyfriend different than John and Jay? Is my
No.
boyfriend a third person in this? Which one's my boyfriend?
John.
Ew.
You were
Oh
in
no
the
no no
same
no no no
court.
no no! No. I need to stop this right now. John is my boyfriend. Okay.
Well, yes.
Fuck
now.
you all,
This is
gay
like
for
an
Jay,
ex.
but John, it's mine. I'm sorry, all, but John is mine.
All right. So this is a Oh, this has no replies. Never mind. That
Oh,
was a
man.
bad one to pick. Let's see. Wonder if I can get the most. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me see.
This is what Horde Poetry by Redline. Is that what we're gonna call this?
I'm not in
Should
Horde.
we all be clicking
He's
our
an
fingers
NC.
right now?
See, I
At
told you I don't
least
pay
he went to
attention to
NC and not Horde.
that. It's
Okay,
almost
yeah,
the
I
same,
gotta
yeah.
give him that props.
He does not have Gabloon. Redline doesn't have SRP at all.
All I know is it's us and them, and that's all that I
That
pay
is
attention to.
that is not true. I have really good SRP
I
because
don't believe that
if
for
I
a fucking
lose
second.
if I lose a command ship that costs 450 mil, ISK gets 600 mil back
From yourself.
from SRP.
What SRP? I hear you guys don't have SRP.
You hear
Don-
incorrectly because we
believe you.
do have SRP.
Don also
Lie.
believes. Don, that was fucking NC dot. You were or no?
He's in
fucking
NC dot.
Jesus
He
Christ.
said he wasn't gonna lie to us, Don. You don't gotta like call him a liar. That's rude.
Yeah, Jesus.
come
What
on,
the
you know.
He
What the
could
fuck is it?
misremember.
He's our guest. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, Syndic, shut the fuck up.
Listen here. I
So
mean,
it's I guess it's 150% on command ships.
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's not uncommon at all. I mean, like whatever you're like command ships usually get that from everyone, and then like Logi or Recons will also get a similarly higher. Like you make money, and Dictors sometimes you'll make money for losing them, like specifically because it's like, for the love of Christ, somebody fly a fucking Dictor.
Oh, I always fly dictators when I'm not doing anything. I always fly dictators, by the way.
Now, Redline, we
And
can
when
read his
you're not-
passage. Let's let him
and
read his passage.
When you're not flying
Close the
Dictors, you're
farm.
flying. When you're not flying Dictors, you're flying dicks, right?
Hey!
Don is
Exactly why I fly dictators. And I
Don,
know
is the
you do.
passage appropriate for Twitch for him
I
to
assume
read?
it
Who
would be,
needs
right?
implants in a command ship? What?
Well, I thought we were
My-
getting an excerpt from your forums. That was like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already closed the forums.
Oh, that's alright.
I made a
Maybe
mistake.
next time. Oh, you're alright.
Yeah, maybe next time. Maybe next time.
I mean, you're a giant you're a giant piece of shit and a tease, but maybe next time.
Oh, man.
But, I mean, other than like kind of like all the changes they've been making lately, I mean, I could sit here and bitch for days about stuff they've done in the past with Rorquals and Supers and Titans and things like that. Do you think that the Rorqual changes and the Titan changes have affected your guys' choice to come fight us?
No.
You guys think you would have done this whether we had the industrial powerhouse we had before?
According to what I read on Reddit, you still do.
I mean, don't get me wrong here, we have a lot, but I'm just saying, like, you can see it's on the MER. The mining values are very different. We went from mining 12 trillion worth of ore a month to like 600 bill to a trill, somewhere in there. It depends upon the month. Do you think you guys that changed your guys' choice to come fight us?
No, I don't at all.
You think it was just that Test finally was like, okay, this is our only opportunity to fight somebody.
No, I
Let's
have a
do it
feeling.
now?
I have a feeling that Test
No,
has
I
been
also
planning
don't
this
think
for a
that.
very long time. I feel like NC.PL and Test have been planning this for quite some time now, and I started. I guess
can tell you that is factually not true.
Is that not true? You guys like haven't been planning this for 6-7 months?
That is what I said. There's not been a plan.
You know, Killer B kind of told us that, and Billy actually said this in his words too, that they started talking about this like February, March at minimum.
Yeah, because I
That
started.
would be 6 months
That's-
now, right?
I started
Tell
getting
us
sus.
Talking about something and planning something are two different things. Like I could say,
Hey,
wouldn't it be
Redline, you
nice?
want to invade Declan with me?
No, been
Well,
there, done that.
now-
Got a
now
T-shirt.
Now, well, okay, let's invade Cobalt Edge then. Now we're talking about invading Cobalt Edge.
Nick, I hear Cap wants to go invade Tenerife, so you can go take that with him.
Well,
Cap
let
does-
me put it to you this way, right? So I'm gonna give you a real life example. Like, if I said, "Boy, wouldn't it be nice if I could rob a bank?" and I talked to somebody about like, how it would feel to rob a bank or something like that, but I never sat down and make a plan to rob a bank. Am I guilty of conspiring to rob a bank?
It depends on the state.
No.
So how is it that if somebody talks about what it would be like to invade a region and what would happen after it's finished, how is that being guilty of planning an invasion?
Well, I'm sure for years.
Because you're the bad guy.
Well,
here.
we're not. We're not. I'm not
right.
saying.
I forgot. I'm the bad guy.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying. Hold up. Hold up. I want to clarify my
Put it
question.
all at the barbecue.
We were sitting happy-go-lucky and chill, doing our own thing, and then y'all had to become big meanies and come over. No.
I want to clarify my question
yeah,
for Redline.
yeah.
Hold on. I want to clarify my question, Redline. So my question wasn't like that you were conspiring, that you were like, okay, we are definitely doing this, but I feel like that this has been, I wouldn't say a long time coming, but I feel like it's been brewing. I'm gonna steal some of Mitten's lines from previous meta shows and
shocker.
State of the Goonians.
They're the good ones.
Yeah, right. One's like how you guys have been stirring the pot for a while. That the tides of war, that Fortress Delve might be tested. During all of that time, back in November and December of like last year and stuff.
You mean when we were all busy invading Declan?
Declan and Branch, exactly, because that's when I started to get a sense of stuff really heating up.
On the husk of a GOTG. By,
Yes.
an alliance that's twice their size. After they bought you relief from us hitting you guys constantly. Yeah,
No.
that was a real fight.
So
Can
what?
I ask a question for being a guy?
They
that's
really
not,
did a
like,
good job protecting Tribute. Yeah.
We never said we were gonna protect
Great.
Tribute.
Great allies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Protect
for
Tribute.
not being a guy that like does strategy, like overall like alliance thing, like anybody here that does that, like how much planning do you actually need to do? Like it can't be months of planning in a video game.
No,
right? Like,
I mean,
we
it's
all
like,
have
well,
jobs
once
or
you-
schools or shit.
well,
like
once
it's
real-
like,
I mean-
hey, let's talk. Let's get some money
As-
together. Let's put
as
our
yeah, as,
strategic stuff here. And
yeah, exactly. As also not a strategic dude, but I mean, like having done, I mean, not like full blown invasions, but I mean, like you look at Dotland and you go, okay, well, we're gonna, obviously we're gonna put this shit there, and that's like our caps are gonna go there, and then we're gonna stage subs out of here, and then I mean, like, yeah, it's once you decide, it's relatively straightforward.
but I mean, you guys like these theories that it's like a year of planning. Like I don't even think it took the Allies that long to plan the Normandy invasions. Like this is a video game. Like
This isn't killing a keepstar in a wormhole, guys. It's not that complex.
Yeah, you don't have this like fucking sneak ships, and it's like, are we coming? Like,
there's only a few ways to get to Delve, right? Like none of it really matters. Like you can say
it's
flood
what I
plains
said- it's what I
matters. You
said
can say
earlier.
it doesn't.
It's what I said
Yeah,
earlier. Like, are we
yeah.
going through Quirius? Are we going through Fountain? Are we going through period bases? Like, that's the extent of the
Lydia.
question.
Lydia's there too.
Yeah, like for me, it doesn't. This war like doesn't start until I see hostile titans and delve. Like when I see that, then it's like all right, now it's started. You can start making your bets at that point.
Okay, so
No,
I just
Billy.
want to
Here,
add
Billy's
that I
got an.
did
Billy's got. It says, "Here's an interesting question. If Goons plan to invade us, is planning to invade them wrong?" I will give an unequivocal no. It is not wrong.
if you weren't following the chat and if you didn't take notice, I just want to add that I did another Broadway 7 seconds
Yeah,
outfit change.
we
Sure,
saw
sure.
it. We're just
Don't
not. We're just
take
not
don't take my moment away, okay?
Well, I have to take your moment away because that Broadway change actually lasted about 10.5 seconds.
Yeah, it
So if
takes a
you're gonna
little bit longer than
claim,
I did.
if
Sorry.
You're
you're
never,
gonna
you're never gonna
claim,
make it. You're never gonna make it to Broadway like this, you piece of shit.
if you're going to claim that it's a 7-second Broadway change, you need to make sure that it's done in 7 seconds. So
I wasn't
when
counting.
you want to talk about your moment being ruined, make sure you don't ruin your moment yourself. Okay?
I'm feeling attacked.
Damn,
This is an
son.
agenda, okay? All against us.
Damn.
I need my goon fellows to help me out on this because I have no answer to this.
Hey,
Somebody
DeClorian.
call the
DeClorian.
cops because I just witnessed a murder.
Hey, DeClorian. I just wanted you to know my pizza's fucking amazing.
And mine is also. In case you don't know, that is a synonymous to
Sorry, huh?
penis in Portuguese.
The trouble is, as we all, unless it's a 7-second Broadway pizza, no one really picks it up.
Ah, that's terrible burn.
Well, I
I
can
have
do it
to-
on
I have to
camera
change something real
also,
quick.
but Twitch wouldn't allow me.
Yeah, how's it feel to be a bitch?
We could stream it on
I
Mixer.
didn't mind about it. What are you
Mixer's
talking about?
gone. Mixer's been gone for like a month.
You can
I'll
have your
host,
own thing you're line with DeClorian. You certainly can.
I'll host
What,
you on
sorry?
my OnlyFans.
I have an OnlyFans.
I can do the whole without shirt but with blazer on top thing because that's how I go to clubs.
So I wanna make sure that everybody knows because somebody said that I was quicker changing alliances. What is this? What is this horseshit? What
I'm
have you
quicker
guys been
changing
feeding these people?
outfits. Don't worry.
Dog, I didn't even know who the fuck you were until
As I
recently,
recall,
right
as
before this
I hate to burn you like this, Redline, but as I recall, we woke up one morning during the glassing of tribute and realized, wait a minute, Redline's gone. Wait a minute, hold up, and then we pull up your character sheet in NC Dot. What?
Lily was like, "Bam, I'm Redline. I'm an NC now." We're like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
And no one cared, right?
Oh, we all
I
asked questions,
cared.
and they were like, "Oh, he bitched out." We're like, "All right." So
I
fast
mean,
he could go.
in fairness, and not to defend him, like leaving a corporation is kind of a 1-2 step. Like you push the button and then it happens instantaneously. So I mean, it doesn't take very much time.
Yeah, like it wasn't something that wasn't obvious, right? Like I stopped leading
You know,
fleets, I stopped doing all this shit, and then I'm gone, and it's like, oh, what happened to Redline? Well,
Redline.
he made a
People would.
decision.
All I gotta say is, people wouldn't
I
like
wasn't
you.
here. Were you on Shadow State or something?
Yes, I was in Shadow State.
Yeah, because people called me Redline when I joined Shadow State.
Nice,
No, I felt offended.
good.
Yeah, yeah, he made ops and you didn't. What?
I'm sorry.
What?
You want to say that again?
Yeah, repeat that, Tom. No one understood.
No one
No, I
understood it.
promised to be nice.
You and yourself.
Because I made ops after FCing and playing the game for 3 months.
Oh no,
So
I'm not even in ops Redline. Don't worry. You are a way better FCN than I. Like I'm a skirmish commander.
I'm just saying, like, there's not a particularly high bar for an ops FC in Goon Swarm. Let's just be honest about that.
Whoa, 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 whoa. we have Dave Archer.
Am I wrong?
Dave Archer is my best beloved FC ever, and no one can go against that.
Wait, I thought Dave Archer was the guy we were having on this podcast. Got him.
Who's currently the best FC in EVE Online? Do you guys think?
Me,
Elo, definitely Elo.
skirmish commander of Goon Swarm Federation. I'm the best FC that you will ever meet. You go on my fleet, and I am honest with you. I will say to you what's happening and what's not. I will shit talk at whoever is coming against me. I'm the best FC ever. Just come on.
Nah,
my fleets.
Elo span.
Well, how
Elo
many
span.
Vexor Navy issues have you killed in anomalies, sir?
Look, that's not a fleet thing, Redline. That's a solo Tengu slippery Pete thing.
And
What do you
Asher,
mean?
Asher is maybe the 23rd best FC, but he is my favorite FC. Whether he likes me or not.
No, my favorite. No,
No,
Jay-
I'm the
Jay,
cutest, so I'm the best. Fuck you all.
no. But
Yeah,
Elo,
no,
hold on. Hear me out.
I like John Hartley.
if
John
I-
Hartley's my favorite.
John Harley.
If I had to put,
Especially when people are fucking up and he gets mad. Like I love it.
I
if
So
I had to
good.
put,
John Hartley.
didn't
John,
he
angry
rage?
John
On,
Hartley is my favorite.
didn't
John
he
Hartley.
rage? Didn't he rage on his sabers earlier today?
Yes.
I literally,
He doesn't
I
get
read
angry.
like third hand. I read
yes.
third hand.
That's
and
not
I
that's
was,
not
I
John
was like,
Ardley
all right, listen,
angry.
He
You
doesn't
need
get
to
angry.
understand
He
that's not John Ardley angry, okay? Like
I,
John Ardley is my CEO. I'm going to tell this like no one ever knew this. Okay, I'm going to give you first like breaking news thing. John Ardley is my CEO. I love him from the bottom of my heart. I'm his simp. He is the best FC ever. When he screams at people, it's his way of showing his love for whatever he is doing. That's why he screams at people, because he wants his fleets to be successful. Okay. He is the best thing that ever happened to my Eve career. It's following him in fleets.
I
And
like Elo, and I love John.
this is not sarcasm, by the way.
when you're hunting VNIs in a slippery Pete Tengu, how do you tackle the VNI, Mifune?
I'm going to
Okay,
clip
you
this and
fit
send him to
the
him, by the way.
you fit the slippery Pete with a tackle, but like, you get what I mean. A
It's not a
T3C.
slippery Pete. If
Look!
you're tackling. Don't you know what a slippery Pete is?
Barely.
Look, see,
Slippery-
Welcome to
I
what
don't
being
think he
me.
does, though.
Slippery Pete is what ASCII used to yell at me for losing in TCAG.
Before
Anyways,
with like
Before I stepped up to
and
carry.
a slam on it.
anyways, let's talk about this again, because in Goonswarm I spent 442 days. That is not a quick change to go from one
Honestly,
alliance to another.
In
it is.
Jan-
'Cause I've been
That's a
in,
long time.
I've been in games for 4 years. Syndic's
And
been
why?
here since the dawn of dirt.
in January,
Why?
in January, I'll have been in AMUC for 10 years.
That's amazing. I
So yes, 1
am
year
not
is
that
actually pretty
loyal.
quick.
I don't like. I don't understand where this fucking loyalty dick measuring contest came from. Anyway, who fucking
From
cares?
AMOC.
Like, if you want to go play with other people, go play with other people. Who gives a flying fuck?
Right? Thank you. I wanted to go play with myself. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
mean,
got
like,
bored, and someone was like, "Hey, come play with NC," and I was like, "All right," and that's what I did.
I mean, like, I'm gonna
You know-
I'm gonna shoot you every time I see you. That doesn't mean that we can't sit here and be cordial to one another. You know?
Right. Well, such
If,
is
if
life.
you play with it too long, it will fall off.
Like it
I
starts
just want to let
chafing,
you know.
right?
I know when I
That's
first started
I
playing.
heard-
why-
I heard if you play with it too much, you'll go blind.
Yeah.
Just
When I-
qualified to tell you that it'll fall off too.
when I first started playing Eve, my favorite people were the guys from Stain Empire that used to come and fucking farm us all the time. Because you learn from people that kill you, right?
No.
Oh, I did.
You
Oh,
might.
yeah,
not.
guy, so
I was never angry at him. It's a game, right? Like this is a game. Like,
Yeah, like you play the game better than me. From this, I'm going to learn
yeah.
better at this video game, so that next time I can fucking kill you instead.
No, I'm more emotional than that. I'm like, fuck bitches. If they fucking fuck with me or my people, like, you're dead. Like,
Oh no, I'm
straight up.
You
I'm
sound
emotional.
you sound like you're on a fucking like a TLC reality show right now.
Probably.
I talked to this to with Mittens the other day. Okay, another breaking news thing. Okay, talked to this to Mittens the other day. Like I'm really emotional about the way I deal with my line members because I imagine myself as a line member a lot of times, and I like to give them like the purpose because as a line member I want to know what's going on, so as an FC, I like to tell them also what's going on.
Oh no, I
So
very much
being
agree with what you're saying.
being like emotional about it, um, gets me to be honest with my people. That's why I say a lot of time like people following me and shit like that. It's sort of true because I have some players that like to go on my fleet exactly because of that. Because I tell them a sort of I give them a sort of purpose. Like I tell them, okay, we are doing this because of this, this, and this, and I'm not lying to you. You can say this, and this. You can
And then you
check.
abandon them
Well,
after loyally
No,
working for
Don,
5
I
hours?
abandoned.
Fuck
No, no,
you.
no. I did not abandon them. I abandoned you. It's totally different.
no,
Burn.
I
God.
agree with you though, because you
But
know how I have a propensity for not following orders. Like a lot of the times, it's because it's like, well, fuck you. That like I'm if you just tell me like I can't do something, like fuck you, I'm gonna do whatever I want. But if you say you can't do this because we're working on this thing and you'll fuck this up, it's like, oh, okay, like I'm down with that. Like I'll toe the company line at that
No.
point. But if you just tell me I
Declorin
can't
here.
do something, well, fuck you.
no. Because if you know like Don Rhea story, it's a totally different one. It's because it was her and it was a specific thing.
So much
That's why
fucking
I
love.
left her behind.
Oh no,
Okay,
I would
but
abandon Don. Like I mean,
no,
we,
yeah, I leave
we could
Don behind every single
right,
time
right.
I don't get into
We could be on the Titanic and like well before we hit the iceberg, I'm leaving that bitch behind.
Yeah, exactly. But if you know me and if you follow my fleets, um, now I don't do as many as I should. But if you follow me, like you will know that I go along with that speech. It's basically I'm going to tell my pilots why they are doing what, and if I cannot tell them by any OPSEC meaning, by any OPSEC reason, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Um, I will tell them, okay, I cannot tell you this because this is OPSEC. Like I will give them the specific details of everything until it's OPSEC, and when it is, I will tell them it's OPSEC, and they will understand it that way. That's the way that I like to run my fleets.
See,
I'm sorry
all
for
my
anyone
fleets,
that doesn't agree with that, but that's the way I do it.
all my fleets, I just tell them we're gonna die up front, so that way everybody's ready to go.
Yeah, and that's being honest because yeah.
Yeah,
See, I
because
just
you
avoid all
fuck.
that by not leading fleets.
That's what I hear. How many are you supposed to do? 3 a
Yeah,
week?
do you not
3 a
have
day?
to be over there anymore?
I don't FC anywhere. I totally burned myself out, like carrying a war, and then just
We didn't
like that's
notice.
why.
Yeah, like I mean,
Is there a war?
it,
'Cause I
it,
don't
it,
really
it,
believe that.
it is a pretty mediocre burn, but like I'm not trying to be a dick. I genuinely had no idea who the fuck you were. Probably just because of timing of when I quit and when you started being a thing, etc. But
When did you leave Redline?
It was before.
Was it right after X47
before
or?
right before the glassing of tribute.
It was
Yeah.
during, I thought. Was it? It was during the glassing, wasn't it? Or
Or
like
right
you
around that
Right
time.
before.
That was what, right
See,
before blackout, right?
here's the cool thing is that in being me, I know exactly like why I did what I did, and I left the day that the campaign on tribute was announced, I believe, because I literally said to myself, I do not give a single fuck about this war. I already fought a war that I didn't care about, and I'm not going to do it again. So I was like, all right, I'm going to make my own corp. I'm going to lead Fleet's Inspector Fleet, and then build up a corp from there and just have fun. And then that failed spectacularly. And
Like
around
it
the
does.
same time, somebody from NC was like, "Hey, you want to come be an FC in Null again?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And that's the story. So like everybody says that I turned traitor, but I didn't. I just left to do my own thing and then changed my mind 2 weeks later.
There's a
Why-
difference.
why-
I did
Anyone who calls
exactly the opposite, if I may tell you. I was called because Goons War was being done, was happening, and I was called to it because normally people call me for war times. And yeah, I joined Goons when the Tribute War was going on.
I mean, anyone who calls you a traitor for that has never dealt with an actual traitor like fucking Cheese Toast or who's that other dude I hate, Gold Snake.
Yeah, so like if we're being honest, like me being a traitor would have been me like going behind
Stealing
everybody's
a bunch of
back, like,
shit, or
"Come on,
like
guys, let's
giving
go,
out intel
let's
for 6
leave."
months before you leave, something like that. Yeah.
Now I did give out intel 6 months after I left
Yeah, that's
because I
fine.
still had.
That's fair,
I mean,
bitch.
like
At
that's
that
fair.
point,
No,
It
yeah.
like just like if somebody from NC Dot came to our side, I guarantee somebody from our side would be interrogating the fuck out of them to get every bit of intel, and I'm sure you did the same thing.
I'm
Well,
not
so
going
in
to
that,
clear. I'm not going to clear your spy name, Redline. You are a fucking spy until someone from the big boys says otherwise.
okay,
So I'm
that's fair.
sorry, but
don't-
So
it's the way it's fair. Let's say.
I hate to cut this off because I think we're having a great time, but it's been 2 hours and Mifune has homework to do. So I think we're going to end the discussion here for now because we kind of have to have him on. So
Yeah, I gotta pass
thank
my
you.
classes or I can't do this.
So thank you so much, Redline, for coming and everybody being here. You've been quite pleasant, and I had a good time. Hope you did too. And I hope everybody else that was watching had a good time.
I do have a real quick question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which Goon Corp am I joining when I come back?
Sundering,
Sundering.
Sundering.
No,
Yeah, come to Sundering, man.
no, I will deny that application. You can go.
No,
What?
you won't.
No,
Shut up.
come on.
Shut
No,
up.
no, no.
He's
White
gonna
Knight
pay the
is no.
deposit. God damn it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. I mean, yeah, totally will
Yeah,
accept
come to
you.
Sundering. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sundering,
yeah,
baby.
Oh, he's gonna pay like the 13
Sorry,
billion
guys, I'm
intro fee.
blacklisted.
Oh, are you? I'll have to go check.
You guys fucking suck at
Oh,
recruitment.
so Redline. Here's the thing: we can remove the blacklist if you pay us 30 billion. I swear.
We'll get you right on.
Yeah,
No,
we need 2 keep
Yeah,
start cores.
you're not actually allowed to tell people that you'll remove them from the blacklist.
Well, we
Yeah,
can
because
try
that
with 30
No,
billion.
you can't because that actually
It's-
is.
It's okay. Mifune was fooling around when he said it. Let's make that clear. Mifune was fooling around when he said that blacklist thing. Okay, that's against the rules and policies
I know.
of the Imperium. So he
Oh,
was
shit.
just fooling.
Anyway, thank you for everybody for coming, and hopefully we can have you on again in the future, Redline, if you're up for it. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
See ya.
Everybody
Bye.
be sure to
Bye.
check out my OnlyFans.
Bye.
OnlyFans.com.